Welcome to the webinar. My name is Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. Very excited to be with you tonight. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you about how to get started right with Teamzy and become a Power Hour boss, okay? Power Hour boss. A couple things that you guys need to know about Teamzy. It is designed to help you do everything you need to do in your business that generates income in less than 1 hour a day. Okay, it's going to make you incredibly efficient with your time. It's also going to give you a system to follow so that nobody falls through the cracks. You're going to love it, okay? What we'll do tonight is I have just a couple slides to show you. Then we're going to dive right into Teamzy. I'll show you how to properly set it up, and I'll show you the best workflows for a power hour, okay? So you'll have an idea of what you need to do each day in Teamzy. Okay. Let's see, I've got a presentation right here. Let's jump in there first. Here we go. Get started right with Teamzy. Become a power hour boss. My backstory, for those of you who've never met me, I come from a background of professional business coaching and consulting. I've been helping people build their business for 15 years now. Specifically, how to build a business based on relationships. I stumbled into network marketing by accident, probably like most of you. I found some products that helped me, and I was excited about them. And I started sharing them kind of accidentally just because I was an excited person. And when I realized there was a business opportunity involved, I took a look at that. And I said, wow, this is a great opportunity. The only problem is I'm very busy. How many of you guys can relate to that? Yeah, I had a full-time career. I have 4 kids. I just really didn't have a lot of time. I had maybe an hour a day to work on my business. Now, as a consultant, I knew if you leveraged your time properly, that you could make that work, that you could be effective and efficient enough in 1 hour a day that you could build a pretty thriving business. So I went looking for some tools to help me leverage my time. What I needed was a system that would allow me in just 1 hour a day to stay in touch with all of my contacts, everybody. Know when to contact them and when not to contact them, right? So I'm not spending a lot of time planning or wondering who I should connect with today. I would already know and know what to say to them. In other words, not staring at the screen all day, stuck in analysis paralysis, trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what do I say to this person? I just wanted some quick and easy things I could say to get conversations started with people, and a way to follow up seamlessly so that nobody ever falls through the cracks. Seems like a tall order, right? To me, it seemed pretty simple. This is what I knew I needed to do, and I needed a system that would let me do it in an hour a day. There was one more thing though, one more piece. It needed to be really easy to use. I'm not good with technology. People think, oh, you're the Teamzy guy, you're really good with technology. No, actually no. The reason why I love technology is because it makes my life easier. A lot of software, unfortunately, doesn't do that. So I wanted to make sure I could find something easy enough that even I could use it. Well, you know where this is headed. Of course, I found nothing. There just was nothing out there. Certainly nothing based on relationships. So we built it. I found some guys that were smarter than me and we put it together. That's kind of how Teamzy came together. Now, just to let you know what's happened in just over 2 years, we've had more than 70,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which that number alone is so amazing and humbling to me. And I'm excited that some of you on this call are among that number. Also, our active users in Teamzy right now are averaging 21 customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. 21 customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Pretty cool, not bad. And when I say active, I'm going to show you tonight, I'll demonstrate for you the amount of activity they're doing. It's about 30 minutes a day, okay? All right, oh, action steps, that's the end of our call. Let's wait on those. Don't sneak your peek on those. Okay, here we go. Let's jump over real quick to Teamzy and we'll get this started. There we go. Okay, so you're looking at my Teamzy dashboard right now. A couple things. We've got Teamzy customized for over 60 networks now, personalized for your networks. So each one of you may have a version that's slightly different from the next. And we've got about 15 more in production now. I'm going to be demonstrating Teamzy Standard. That's our generic version. I say generic because it's still pretty awesome and anyone can use it. But so you may see a few things slightly different. This is the Teamzy Standard version. By the way, if you come in to get your free trial of Teamzy, which you should, if you've not already got your free trial, you go to teamzy.com and start a free trial. It's free for 30 days. We don't charge, we don't ask for your credit card, nothing, just it's free. If you don't see your network listed, you want to choose this version, Teamzy Standard, okay? All right. So here's the dashboard. I'll give you just a super quick tour and then we'll set up. You've got right here on the top is a lookup bar so you can look people up if they're not on the dashboard. Today's activities are your goals for today, okay? So I've got a goal to connect with 9 of my prospects, connect with 6 of my customers, connect with 4 of my distributors. I'll explain that in a minute when we set it up. You can see I've got 0 complete today. I need to get after it, right? The dailies are things that I need to do to be successful. There's some that are standard, like posting on social, doing personal development, using your products, getting exercise, but I've added a couple custom ones here. Some good things to do, right? Power Hour, this is where you'll do your work, and I'll show you how to set this up in a second, but the left side of the Power Hour gives you your lists, prospects, customers, distributors, that's your team, and your follow-ups, okay? The right-hand side is where you log the activity as you go so that you track as you go. Pretty cool. You've got some cool stuff on the left too, all your navigation, your help center, your university where there's some deeper trainings, and of course our Teamzy community on Facebook. Okay. Also, this is where you add new people. I forgot to show you this. Add contact, you can add 1 person, or you can do a bulk import by clicking right there, okay? All right, let's set this up. You ready? When you first log into your free trial, Teamzy will bring you automatically into the setup wizard. The setup wizard helps you set this thing up. It's designed for people like me who literally need somebody to hold their hand through this process. If you've dismissed it, you can always get to it by going to settings, just like this. Okay, so here's the setup wizard. We can skip some of this first step. What we're gonna do here are 3 things. We're gonna set an income goal, okay? Once you have your income goal set, Teamzy's gonna take that number and tell you what to do each day to hit it so that you have a daily action plan. Number 2 will help you create a powerful why. I'll explain that in a minute. And then number 3, we're gonna get all your contacts into Teamzy. Everybody you know in one place, one list. No more looking for pads of paper, sticky notes, or wherever you're keeping stuff now, going through your Facebook friends, trying to remember who you connected with. They'll all be in one place organized, okay? Not only will they be in one place organized, I'll show you in a minute, Teamzy will actually serve them up to you 5 at a time and tell you who to connect with. Let's go. Set your income goal. Step 1, just put a number in this box. I put 150,000 in my box. This is your income goal for 12 months from now, okay? Your income goal for 12 months from now. If you already have a significant income, you're gonna put in the difference, okay? Cool. Hit continue. Now to hit my goal, Teamzy's telling me to connect with 4,348 people over the next 12 months. 4,348 people. And that is a lot, but have you guys heard this one? How do you eat an elephant? How do you eat an elephant? Anyone know? 1 bite at a time, right? 1 bite at a time. The next page breaks it down for us. First, it splits it between our 3 groups, prospects, customers, and distributors. And then it splits it down yearly, monthly, weekly, daily, so that I can keep my focus on what I need to do today. You realize that today is the only day you have any control over, and even that is limited, right? So here's what I need to do today. I need to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 distributors. That's 19 total connects. A connect, by the way, is just reaching out to start a conversation and make someone's day. I call it the make someone's day mindset. I want you all, as you use your free trial of Teamzy, to get in the make someone's day mindset. That is your goal. Your goal is not to recruit 20 people this week. It is to make their day, okay? And I will explain how that creates many more opportunities for you to recruit and sell down the road. All right. So these are our connects goals. The next goal here is invites. An invite, and you can see my goal is 3. So out of 19 conversations I hope to start, I'm hoping to invite 3 people. Invites are when I'm telling them about my business, I'm inviting them to something, okay? To try a product, to come on a 3-way call, to go to coffee, to get on an event, to go to a virtual event, okay? That's an invite. An invite is something that can lead directly to a sale or a recruit. The reason why the invite number is less than the connects number is because in relationship marketing, which is the lead generation system Teamzy is based on, we invite when people are interested, okay? So we're gonna generate interest through the relationship building and then invite the people who are interested This way we have really good, strong prospects all the time in our pipeline, and we're not alienating everybody else. Okay, the last goal here is ads. These are new people you're adding to Teamzy. So these are suggestions. Now you can change these. Let's say you're brand new, have no distributors. You can make that a 0 and put that number over on connects. Make sense? Okay, I'm gonna put these back. Once you have these the way you want them, click on the blue continue button and it saves those goals. And now the dashboard is going to be set up to your specific goals. Each one of you will have your today's activities section set custom to what you hope to achieve. Pretty cool, right? And then you can change those at any time by clicking edit daily goals. It takes you right back to that spot in the wizard. You can continue through to the breakdown page and change those numbers, okay? All right, next, finding your why. Finding your why. This is an important piece. It really, really, really is. And a lot of, you know, I've been through this with my engineers a bunch of times. The finding your why, they say, slows down the process. We should skip it, just get them into Teamzy using it. But here's the thing. We didn't just build Teamzy so you would use it and give us your money. We wanted to help you be successful. And one of my now friends, but part of our Teamzy family, a Teamzy user, Suzanne, said the other day on her Facebook, I love this. She said, I don't want your money, I want your testimony. Man, isn't that powerful? By the way, everybody use that. It's great. That's what I want your testimony. And here's the thing, here's the truth. I know you will not succeed without knowing your why. You will not. 1 out of 2 people in the business quit in their first year. And a lot of people think that's a pretty hard number. Honestly, I think that's miraculous that means 1 out of 2 didn't quit. Considering we're wired to quit. You got to know your why. You got to know your why. The why is just the reason why you're in the game. It has to be powerful. It has to be powerful, okay? Or else you'll end up quitting. I love this story. You know, I was talking to a group last night and I shared this example. It's not my example. It's actually from Darren Hardy's book, The Compound Effect, which is a great read. He talks about, you know, hey, if I put a balance beam across the ground right here and asked you to walk on my living room floor or my office floor, if I asked you to walk across that balance beam for $20, how many of you would do that? 20 bucks. Yeah. Most people would do that for sure. It's easy, right? Now, if I take the same beam and stretch it across the spires of 2 80-story skyscrapers, how many of you would walk across that beam for $20? Almost nobody would do that. The why is not big enough, okay? You need a big enough why to keep you going in your business. Now, the extreme example to that story is if your children were on the other building roof and that roof was on fire, would you now cross the balance beam to save your kids? Most people said yes. The why is the only difference. It's the same action. Okay, so you need to know this. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to go to 15 million classes to figure out your why. Honestly, you already know it. It's kind of in your heart and we just need to pull it out of you. So we've done a lot of research on this and practiced it and refined it over the years. And we've basically boiled it down to 5 questions just to kind of get your mind on this and to pull it out of you. I'll take you through it really quick. It's built right into the setup wizard. Okay. I'll share my story as an example. And then you just picture yourself, take yourself through this process. First question, why did you become a distributor? They're really easy and then they get deeper. In my case, I actually lost 60 pounds in 100 days. And it was completely life-changing. I mean, everything. Aches and pains went away, energy came back. I was really focused on eating healthy. I really regained my health, my vitality. I feel like I won my life back. And people noticed. People noticed all day long. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, what are you doing? And I told them. Now, the reason I became a distributor is because I was referring people by the dozens to this company, and I was not getting paid for it. My wife told me, honey, you should be a distributor so you could at least give those people a link or something. So I did. That's it. What did you hope to accomplish? The next question. I just wanted to make $500 a month extra money. That's it. I just wanted some extra money. $500 a month extra money. I didn't have a big goal. I wasn't on a crusade to change how this industry works because I didn't know it was broken yet. Next question. Why is that important to you? Why is it important to you? In my case, why is making $500 important to me? I wanted to save the money. I wanted to save $500 a month, put it in the bank. Now, just to kind of give you some background, I told you I came from the coaching industry. I specifically worked with real estate folks, mostly. Some mortgage folks too. And then at the end of 2008, what happened? The recession, the Great Recession hit, right? And real estate coaching kind of disappeared for about a year. I mean, it was gone as a business. And, I lost my job along with just about everybody I knew. And it was a tough time. It was scary. And, luckily in my case, by God's good grace, we made it through that recession intact as a family. We did use all of our savings though. And we were hanging on by our fingernails for a few years there, paycheck to paycheck. So when I was presented with the opportunity for network marketing, I thought, wow, if I could put some money in the bank for a change, that would be awesome. Next question. What would achieving this mean for you and your family? What would achieving this mean for you and your family? Honestly, I dreamt of buying a new home for my family. We had 4 kids and a dog. And at that time we had 2 dogs. And they're big dogs, Rottweilers. We just didn't have space. We were just on top of each other all the time. And I thought, wow, someday we could get a new house. That'd be great. If I could put $500 a month into the bank long enough, maybe we could afford a new home someday. Okay, next question. Do you see though how in just 2 minutes I went from, gee whiz, okay, sign me up, to dreaming about a new home for my family? The last one here, this is the 5th question and we're done, right? This is where you kind of have your brains kind of in the mode. Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? So whatever it was that you were looking at achieving for your family, why is it meaningful? How does it make you feel? This one took a little bit of thought. Honestly, I got a little uncomfortable with this one, which is how I knew I was onto something good. Why is it meaningful? Is buying a new home a meaningful goal? How many of you guys think that's a meaningful goal? I don't know if it's meaningful, but as I really thought about this a lot, and how does it make me feel, I realized the home wasn't as important as my family. I think the home symbolized family. Does that make sense? And so it wasn't necessarily that I needed a new house, it's that I needed a different life with my family. See, I wasn't there for them. I was spending all my time providing for them, but I wasn't present. I would see my kids in the morning. I'd kiss them goodbye on my way to work and they'd be in their pajamas, still in bed. And I'd get home from a long day of work and my kids would be in pajamas again, ready for bed. I felt like I was the good morning and good night pajama daddy, and then talk about having no quality time with my wife. It just wasn't what I wanted. And here I had a career that I was proud of. I was making income. I was providing a good life for my family. I was respected. I had the fancy office, but we were stuck financially and we weren't able to buy the new home that I wanted. And I was never around for my kids. I just felt like there was nowhere for me to grow. Does this make sense? I wanted a new life for my family. Suddenly I'm looking over at this side hustle, this extra money project. How many of you guys think of this as your side business or your side hustle? Yeah. But meanwhile, my side hustle had unlimited potential. I could do everything that I wanted to do with my network marketing business. And as much as I liked my career, it wasn't taking us anywhere. So I kind of had this mental switch happen through this process. I stopped thinking of my direct sales business as extra money, and I started thinking of my career corporate job as extra money. Yeah, sure, that was most of my money. They were paying me, beyond 6 figures, but it was still extra because what I was going to focus on now was building the business. Does that make sense? They were going to pay me to build my business. And it made a switch. And I was able to write my first why statement. This is just 3 years ago, by the way. Kind of amazing if you think about it. This was my why statement. My why: to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. How cool would that be? Man, when I wrote this down, it convicted me. It changed everything for me. And I just want you guys to understand what happened over the next few months after that happened. Within 3 months, I left my corporate job completely. I convinced my wife it was a good idea. I told her that if I could always get another job, But if she just gave me 3 months, I could replace that income. And she believed in me, which was amazing. You know what I did with that money? Not with that money. I had $4,000 left to my name. I actually I bought a new Mac, and I went to Home Depot and I bought a shed, the kind of shed that you put in your backyard and put your lawnmowers in. I bought one of those because I had no place to work at home. We were on top of each other. I ran an extension cord out, drilled a hole in the wall, put the extension cord through the hole, and plugged my new computer in, and I started building my business. My kids called it the shoffice. I like to call it the shed quarters. Let me show you guys a picture of this. Wait, I thought I had it up here. Hold on a second. There it is. Check this out. Here's a picture of my partner, Mike Lopez, and I in my shed quarters. This was just 3 years ago. I mean, this blows me away to look back on this. But you know what? Once I had the why in front of me, I knew what I was working for, and it changed everything. It changed everything. I just started going for it. And this is why you need to go through this process, because there are going to be days where you don't feel like doing this. You don't feel like connecting. I'm going to show you how easy it is in a second at Teamzy. You're going to want to do it, but there will still be days you don't feel like doing it. And your why will convict you. It will confront you. And you'll have to decide, do I want to skip my 30 minutes in Teamzy and stay stuck where I am? Or do I want to just get it done and move towards my why? It's powerful, so don't skip this part. Okay, where'd I go? Whatever you write in this last box, my why, click continue, and it will publish to the dashboard. You can read it every day before you do your power hour. Read it out loud. It's very powerful to do it that way so that you stay focused on that. The last step is getting your contacts into Teamzy. There's some videos here on this page that help you, okay? That'll help you do it. Go to the next page, and it's that page I showed you, that import page. Now, I also want to point out the Help Center over here on the left. If you go to the Help Center, you can find step-by-step instructions on how to do your imports, okay? If you're not tech savvy like me, I shouldn't say like me, I'm saying if like me, you're not tech savvy, this will help you. Okay, so there's some videos here. And if you click into these, for example, this is the Facebook import. It has a video that shows you, but it also has the step-by-step instructions, okay? So you can follow along with those and get it done. If at any point you run into trouble, you click this help button, send a message to my team, and they will take care of you. Ask your friends, they'll tell you that our service team is amazing. Okay, so now everything is set up. We've got all of our lists in there. You're gonna wanna import, by the way, if you've already been working on a business for a while, the first list you wanna import is your team. Then you wanna import your customer list. Then you wanna get your Facebook friends in. Okay, you get those 3 lists in, you're ready to rock and roll. You can, of course, bring any other lists you may have in, but just get those 3 and you're ready to go, okay? There's one more step for setup. I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna go, see over on the left side, I'm gonna go to Team. Team is like where your whole Rolodex lives, okay? Everybody's here. And what we're gonna do, notice everybody has a number next to their name. The way Teamzy works is, Teamzy will tell you who's up next, but it's based on ranking you give people, okay? So we're gonna rank everybody on a 5-star scale. Now, after you do a bulk import, it will automatically put this page in rank mode. I'm gonna do it for you right now. You go to this little menu, and you click rank mode, okay? Rank mode lets you go down the whole list. Now, without rank mode, you could just do one at a time. This lets you go down the whole list really quickly. Now, everybody's gonna come in as a 3-star automatically, so you don't really have to rank everybody. You just have to rank people up to 4 and 5 that are your best people. So let me explain how this works. To actually rank, you just click, okay? It's automatic. It saves automatically as you go. If you want to delete somebody, you hit the trash can, okay? Simple. Now, let me explain what these mean. I'm gonna click on this little question mark. A 5-star person, this is somebody most likely to become a customer or distributor, or they're the rock stars in your team. They're your best friends and your closest family. The 5 stars, they come up on your list every 30 days. This isn't to follow up with them. This is just to connect. Every 30 days, you're gonna get a reminder, hey, reach out to this person and connect. See what they're up to, make their day. 4-star is somebody likely to join the team or become a customer with some nurturing. They're also your good friends and acquaintances and family members, right? 4-star people show up every 60 days. So they're still pretty often, not quite as often. 3 stars could go either way. Most of the people on your list will be a 3-star, and they show up every 90 days on your list. 2 stars are getting colder. They're every 120 days. Do you guys see how this works? The more stars, the more often. This keeps everybody cycling through your list automatically. You don't have to set follow-ups or worry about them falling through the cracks or forgetting about them. They're going to keep coming back on your list, right? But some people come back more often. The reason for this is so important, you guys, is because you need to spend more time with the best people, because 80% of your business will come from the best 20% of your relationships, okay? 80% of your business will come from the best 20% of your relationships. Make sense? So if you're spending all your time on the bottom 80, you're gonna, cut your business in half. You wanna make sure that you are focusing also more often on the top 20%. Okay, so now that we're set up, we're gonna go ahead and start doing our power hour. Let me show you how this works. So I log into Teamzy on my computer, on my phone, wherever I have internet access, my iPad, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I'm ready to do my power hour. The up next module shows me who's up next. I've got my 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and my follow-ups, okay? These first 3 lists are just to connect with people. So I'm gonna work down my prospects list. The first person on my list is J. Lisa Swain. Cool. Now I'm going to connect with Jay. Obviously, I can connect with her via Facebook message, email, text, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn. I could call her up. I can send her a card. These are different things I could log in Teamzy, right? I'm going to use Facebook Messenger because that gets the best results, the best response rate. That's what I like to use. So look, hold on one second. Let me just making sure I don't have any weird messages popping up right there before we do it. So I've got Facebook open right now in a separate tab right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Facebook and send Jay a message. Now this is where you might get stuck. Like, what the heck do I say to Jay to start this conversation? So I want you just to use the scripts that I provide for you in Teamzy, because I spent years refining these and then the last 3 years, receiving feedback from our 70,000 users on what's working, and the scripts are in here for you. So look, I'm going to click on scripts right there, grab Facebook, and I'm just going to grab connect number 1. Hi Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. So simple. Click copy script. I'll paste it right here in Teamzy so I can edit it. Obviously I need to change the name. It's just a placeholder name. Hi Jay, stopping by to say hello. Make sure it sounds good to you. It sounds great to me. I'm going to put an emoticon in there. It's just something to liven it up. Okay, so now that I've got this script just the way I want it, I've made it mine, I'm gonna copy it and jump to Facebook and send it to her. You have to actually send your messages through Facebook. Facebook doesn't allow other apps to do that anymore, unless you're on a business page, and that's still a little bit hokey. Okay, so there's Jay right there. So I'm going to send this message to her by just pasting it in there. Look, it's all ready to go, send. Okay, so I've sent Jay that message. Now toggle back to Teamzy and finish logging it. That was a Facebook message, and see the big blue log connect button? Done. Now check this out. Jay is gone from my list. My list has moved up, and I've got 1 done, 8 left. Next person's Elliot. Now, this shows me 5 names at a time. That keeps me focused, keeps me from jumping around or getting overwhelmed. So the next person's Elliot. I'm gonna do the same thing. In fact, I'll just use that same script. It's still in my clipboard, just paste it and change the name. Boom. And then same thing, copy, toggle over to Facebook, send the message, then log it in Teamzy. Okay? So basically, Jay is a 5-star. So when I logged her message, she disappeared. She'll come back on this list again in 30 days. Elliot is 4 stars. So when I log this one, he'll come back in 60 days. Okay? Next person's Marlo. Same thing. I'm just going to use that same one again. Okay? And change the name. Make sense? Copy it, send it to Facebook, boom. If I wanted to text it, I could send it via text. Log it and go to the next person. 3 done, 6 left. I'm gonna keep going down my list, sending these messages until I get to my goal. In my case, it was 9, okay? Now, a couple of tips on this. Some people will respond right away. Don't start having a conversation yet. Let's finish our power hour first, then have those conversations. Otherwise, you may get sidetracked and not finish them, okay? The other thing is some people will not respond at all. And that's okay. Just don't even worry about them. They're going to come back on Teamzy again based on their star ranking. They'll just come back again. And just connect with them. It takes a second. Send them the next connect. Okay? There was a guy that I knew for years that I messaged when I started my business. I messaged him and he didn't respond. He was a 3-star. He showed up in 3 months. I messaged him again. He didn't respond. He showed up in 3 months again. I messaged him. He didn't respond. He showed up again. Now it's been a year. I almost didn't message him the 4th time, but I said, what the heck? It only takes me a second. I messaged him again, and he responded that he had been watching me. He appreciated me staying in contact. He apologized for never responding, and he wanted to sign up as a distributor on my team. Okay? I invested about 2 minutes total in him over the course of a year. Pretty cool, right? All right, so you're gonna keep going down your prospects list. When you've hit your goal for the day, that circle will turn all the way blue, okay? And then you'll go start on your customers. That's the next list. You just click on customers to toggle over. Darlene's the first person on my list. I'm gonna do it the same way. I'll go to my scripts and pick up a script for customer. Maybe something like, hi John, how are you enjoying the products, whatever product it is. Send me an update, let me know how I can be of help. Or my favorite one is just this one. Hi Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Okay, so I'll do the same thing. I hit the copy thing, name in here. Okay, put an emoticon. I like emoticons. Maybe you do more than one emoticon. Oops, I put a roller coaster. That's okay. I'm just gonna leave it. All right, so look, same thing. I'll copy this. I'll toggle over to Facebook, look up Darlene, send her the message. Okay. And then log it in Teamzy. Simple. Then I'll go down my list until I connect with 6 of my customers. Do you guys see how easy this is? Okay, now real quick on this. How am I doing on time? Okay, I'm doing okay. We're almost done. Real quick on this. You need to stay in touch with your customers. A lot of people are super focused on prospects, and prospecting is important, but connecting with customers is equally as important. Sometimes even more so, okay? You need to be in regular contact with your customers. 1, because it's just the right thing to do. It's how you should be building your business. Number 2, when you are in regular contact with customers, they will order more products. This is a statistical fact. When you're in regular, and I don't mean that you have to be in contact asking them if they want to buy more. Just being in contact. Hey, how's it going? It's been a while since I connected with you. What are you up to? Is there anything I can do to make your day? Just being in regular contact with customers, they will order more products and they retain longer on recurring orders. So you want to increase retention and team volume, just be in contact. That's it. Teamzy makes it so easy. Nobody can ever fall through the cracks. And you don't need to create some complicated follow-up system that you can't follow. You just, who's up next? Send them a message. Okay? If you work your Teamzy account consistently, you'll be on top of everything. Number three reason why you need to be in contact with customers is how many of you guys want new customers? Let me see, raise the little hand button on the webinar screen. How many of you would like some new customers? Okay, do you know where to get those people? The best place, I'm gonna tell you right now, the best place to find a new customer is your current customer. There's no better place. There's no class you can take, nothing, there's no course you can get certified in that's better than a current customer. This is true in every business. A current customer already trusts you. They already know your product. They like it. When people like a product, what do? They talk about it. Think about this right now. Every one of you, think about a customer that you know who's loving your product. That customer has already talked it up to friends and family. And we know that 86% of people in North America, it's probably everywhere, right? But the survey was just North America. 86% make their buying decisions based on the recommendation of a friend or family member. So you have a customer who's recommending your product to friends and family members who are now ready to purchase. The question I have for you is, are you in regular contact with those people? And are you going to get introduced to their friends? Step 1, just get into Teamzy and start getting in contact. Some of you need to reinitiate contact with people. Okay, the last step here in your power hour is distributors, not the last, the third, let's say. You're gonna go down your distributor list and connect the same way. Okay, just send a message. These are your, probably just your personally sponsored people. and maybe the emerging leaders, you know, in other levels. You're going to connect with them. Hey, how's it going? How's your day? Is there anything I can do to make your day? Hey, I'm proud of you. Congratulations on signing your first distributor. Oh, I saw that your sales volume went up this month. Great job. Well, you just qualified for a trip. Excellent, amazing. Send them a little message. That's it. Okay, super quick. It's so important. We named the product Teamzy because it's about your team, and people need that personal connection to you. This will make it easy, okay? So you may have 3 distributors on your team and you're like, this is gonna be empty all the time, maybe. But when you grow your team huge, you need this system so that you don't forget about people, okay? So once you've gone through and connected with your prospects, your customers, and your distributors, in our example, by the way, which is the same amount of activity that I quoted in the beginning as active users, 19 connects should take you less than 30 minutes. Okay, less than 30 minutes. If it's taking you longer than that, you're overthinking. You're overthinking. All right, the last list is follow-ups. When I get to follow-ups, you can see there's nobody there. Follow-ups are not automatic in Teamzy. You have to set follow-ups. So how do you put people on a follow-ups list, and why would you put people on a follow-ups list when they're gonna come back automatically on Teamzy? Here's why. Follow-ups is when we have invited somebody. We have discovered interest, and now we have made an offer to somebody, okay? The follow-ups are our hot prospects. They are the people interested in our product or our business, and we are following up now. Make sense? Let me show you how this works. So we messaged a bunch of people earlier on in the Power Hour. Some of them respond. Some of them don't. Don't worry about them. Some of the conversations fizzle out and die quickly. Don't worry, they'll come back on Teamzy again in a month or 2. But let's say my friend Jay, who we messaged, she and I are having a great conversation. I'm catching up with her. She's giving me an update on what's going on in her life. I'm telling her what's going on in my life, right? And as part of that conversation, I am going to make a point to, first I'm going to listen and I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to find out what's going on in her world so that I can look for opportunities to help Jay, okay? I'm going to look for opportunities to help Jay. When it's time for me to give Jay an update on what I've been up to in my life, I am going to tell her what I do and why I'm passionate about it. But I'm gonna use what I've heard her say and use that perspective. If she tells me that she hates her boss, I'm gonna talk about how I found my passion helping people, and the best part is I'm my own boss, right? So I'm gonna look for pain points and I'm gonna present the fact that what I'm doing may have a solution for that. But I'm going to share what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it. I don't care if she joins my team. I don't care if she purchases my products. I want her to know what I do and why I'm passionate about it. Does this make sense? The reason why is because if that is my approach, her response will be, wow, that's great, Eric, good for you. Okay? Which puts her in a perfect spot for our relationship. She's valuing what I'm doing, and I have spent some time valuing her. And now I'll just ask a simple question. Jay, would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Would you like more information? Okay. If she says yes, perfect. I'm going to invite her to something, right? I'll show you how to do that in a second. If she says, no, I don't really think I'm interested in learning about that right now. Okay, perfect. No problem. It's been great chatting with you today. And I want you to know that if you do come across anybody who needs help with the problem that I solved, the one I'm passionate about solving, right? Whatever it was. Can you please connect them with me, because it would be an honor to take care of your friends and family, okay? To help them. So a no is an awesome opportunity to plant the seed and start building an advocate, okay? A yes, I'm gonna invite her. So she says, yeah, you know what? I would like a little more information. It sounds awesome what you're doing, great. Now I'm gonna invite Jay when she says yes. Oh, perfect. I tell you what I'll do, Jay. My team is having a virtual event tonight. Are you around tonight? Can you get on Facebook tonight from home? Yeah, totally. Great. I'm going to send you a link. We're having an event tonight. It's Facebook Live. You just tune in. People will be sharing the business opportunity, different stories, and then I'll follow up tomorrow and see if you have any questions. She says, perfect. Send me the link. Great. So I'm going to send her over this link. This is just an example. And here's how I do it. I'm going to look her up in this lookup bar. She's not on my dashboard. That brings me to her record. I'll open the blue connect box and see right here where it says invite. I'm going to click invite. And I'm going to invite her to, let's call it an opportunity meeting. Your invite list will be different based on your network version, right? Because we've customized them to what you invite to. But let's just say this was a Facebook Live event that I invited her to. Great. send it via Facebook message. And then right here where it has this little calendar, I'm going to set my follow-up. Now it's giving me an automatic follow-up for 2 days, but I'm going to set it for tomorrow because that's when I told Jay follow up, right? I'll follow up tomorrow and see if you have any questions. By the way, always tell people you will follow up and when you will follow up, okay? Because when you fulfill that first promise, you start to build trust. So tell her, I will follow up tomorrow to see if you have any questions. Great, boom, put it in there. Now she's set on my dashboard for tomorrow. When I log this connect, it logs the invite and, see I've got invite logged, and on my follow-ups, there she is, she's set for tomorrow. Make sense? So tomorrow I come do my power hour, I do my prospects, customer connects, distributor connects, and then I work my follow-ups list. Anybody that's due on my follow-ups list will turn red. Right now it's yellow because it's not till tomorrow. She'll turn red and I'll go, okay, she's due. And now what I'm gonna do is send a follow-up message to Jay. So I'll go in here to scripts again. By the way, I got all my follow-up scripts in here for you. I've made this super easy. Look for follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Do you see how we did that? We set it up as a promise and we kept it. Paste that in there the same way. Change the name. Okay. Copy that. Send it. I'm going to send it in Facebook again. There's Jay. Look her up. There she is. Send the message. Okay. Boom. Follow-up sent. Now what we'll do is we'll log this in Teamzy. Again, please make sure you set a new follow-up. I'm going to set a new follow-up. Let's follow up again tomorrow. Okay. So I've logged that follow-up in Teamzy. Really, I am logging it. There it goes. So now I've logged that follow-up in Teamzy. It's done. And she's on my follow-up list again for tomorrow. Okay. How could that be any easier? It's pretty easy, right? Nobody will fall through the cracks this way. Once you put them on your follow-ups list, keep them on your follow-ups list. Always set a new follow-up. Keep them on your follow-ups list until they purchase, join your team, or tell you to stop following up. Okay, now here's something I want to talk to you really quick. I have like 5 minutes to talk to you about this, and we'll take a couple questions and I'll send you on your way. You need to understand the follow-up is where this business happens. All of this activity that I've taught you tonight, you know, tending relationships, investing in people, making their days, creating all these positive vibes out there, is to create these opportunities to invite so you can follow up like a pro. Now, 80% of all sales, write this stat down, 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. 80%. So how many of you typically follow up 10 times with somebody? Anybody? It's very rare that people do this. One is just because they don't have a system like Teamzy, so people just fall through the cracks naturally, right? But the number one reason why people don't follow up more is because they're worried about being annoying. How many of you guys, put your little hands up if you worry about being annoying when you follow up? Okay, so I'm gonna teach you how to do it without being annoying, okay? I'm gonna teach you how to do it in such a way that people will thank you. Here's what I want you to understand. I told you the stat and made you write it down. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. How many of you are in this business because you honestly want to help people and you believe you can change their lives? Let me rephrase my stat for you in a different way without changing its meaning. 80% of the people you want to help will not respond to you until you follow up 7 to 10 times. How's that? If you want to help people, you have to follow up 7 to 10 times. This is why I say following up is an act of love. You may think it's something annoying, but it's an act of love. And when you do it right, people will thank you. They'll recognize that and they will thank you profusely for your follow-up. Following up is an act of love. If you want to help people, you have to follow up. When you fail to follow up, you communicate to them that you don't care about them. That's the message you send when you stop following up. Here's what I will tell you. Most people will not even respond to the first 5 or 6. Even excited people will not respond to the first 5 or 6 follow-ups. And when you hear crickets, you start inventing stories about what they're thinking. Don't. Just keep following up. Just keep following up. Just keep following up. Okay? They'll thank you for it. Now, here's how to do it without being annoying. Really quick, I'll give you the 2 principles. By the way, all 10 of my scripts in Teamzy Follow these principles. Principle number 1, never ask someone to do anything in your follow-up. Did you get that? Never ask anyone to do anything in the follow-up. Don't ask them to call you back or respond in any way. Don't give them anything to do. Okay, they should see your message and that's it. They don't have to respond. Number 2, your message, I already kind of gave it away in the last one. They're gonna see your message. Your message has to be able to be read. It can't be a voicemail. It cannot be a voice message, a video. It needs to be readable. I recommend Facebook Messenger. Text message is also really good. The message needs to be able to be scanned, it needs to be short, so they can see it on their phone without opening it. Okay? Short enough they can read the whole message without opening it. Why? Because if they have to open it, it's also annoying. You don't want to be annoying. That was the goal, right? All you want for them to do is see your message. You want to make sure they see it, and I guarantee you they will see it. And if they can read it on their notification screen, they will read it. You just need that little piece of their mind share every couple of days for a while, okay? Their life is going on. You represent change. It's going to take a while for them to wrap their head around that. It's all subconscious stuff happening. You just need to keep loving on them, keep connecting with them, keep being present for them. And around typically around the 6th follow-up is where you'll get a response where they say, I'm sorry I haven't responded. Thank you for staying in touch. I really appreciate it. Okay. Make sense? Don't give up on the follow-up. Okay. I'm going to finish this off. I'll show you how to finish her off in Teamzy when she signs up. In the meantime, there's a Q&A button on the bottom. If you have questions, start plugging them in there because I'm going to switch over in a second and start answering questions. So let's say Jay, after, it's been a few weeks, I've been following up, Jay signs up. How do I do that in Teamzy, move her over? What I'll do is I'll look her up again to go to her record. I'm going to log a sale by clicking on the sale button. And this list might change a little bit depending on your network, okay? So I'm going to grab distributor kit and hit save. Now, we're not logging commissions or anything like that. That's all in your back office. All I want Teamzy to know is I closed the sale. So Teamzy can connect on the business. I'm not going into it today, but on the business page, we actually track how many connects it takes you to get a sale. So you can track those statistics and forecast your business with them. And then right here where it says member type. Oh, the next thing I'll do is I will add a tag for whatever products she purchased. I'll tag them so that they're tagged, okay? And then member type, she's a prospect. I'm gonna click distributor. That just moves her over to that group, personally sponsored. So now I've moved her over to my team group in Teamzy. Make sense? If she didn't sign up as a distributor and just became a customer, I would just click on customer. I can move her back and forth both ways. Make sense? All right, let's see if you guys have any questions. I've got 3 in there right now. Teresa says, I'm watching on my phone, got here late, no internet till after you started. How do I catch this on replay? I'm doing the 30-day trial, need help setting up Wizard. You showed how this works, thanks. Teresa, okay, I'm streaming live on Facebook right now, which means that within 10 minutes of us finishing this call, the full recording will be available on the Teamzy Facebook page, okay? So you can get it, you can start watching it there. It'll be on the Teamzy Facebook page forever. Also, we'll email out a link in the next few days, but you can get it immediately on the Teamzy Facebook page, if that makes sense. Tammy says, when my company is added, can I easily switch over to it? Absolutely. You just send a message to support@teamzy.com, an email, and request it. It takes us 5 minutes to switch it over. And by the way, all of your data goes with you, so you don't have to worry about losing a single thing. It'll all be there. Courtney says, my mentors keep telling me that voice memos are better because they are more personal. Is it ever a good time to do a voice memo, or is short written messages always better? Okay, Courtney, that's a great question. And let me just clarify something. Voice memos can be great. It can be great at times. But you have to understand that people are very busy, and to listen to a voice message can be annoying. So for example, Courtney, if you send me a voice message, even though I may really enjoy that voice message later, I will put it off until about 10 o'clock at night, always. And even though the voice message may be awesome, I don't get your message right away, and I'm kind of irritated that I have to save it for later, if that makes sense. So there are great times to send voice messages, but if you do it too often, people will get irritated by that. I'm just telling you right now. But what you do want to do is get voice to voice with people, okay? That is your goal, is to get voice to voice with people. So you're messaging people and you're starting the conversation there, but as the conversation heats up, you say, hey, let's jump on a call or let's jump on a Zoom and really catch up, okay? That is a goal you want to do. Or let's get together soon if they're a good friend, okay? You do want to get voice to voice, face to face with somebody as soon as you can, but I recommend starting the conversation via Messenger. Now, if it's my birthday and you want to wish me a happy birthday or you want to send me, it's great. But if you're following up on me for a sale, I don't recommend a voice message, okay? Maybe one. Let's say you follow up 10 times and one of those is a voice message. Fine. Don't overdo the voice messages. That's my advice, okay? All right. Let's see, next questions. When the 30-day trial is over, what happens? Okay, that's a great question. Thank you, actually, Teresa, for asking that, because I forgot to give you guys your action steps. Let's do that real quick. Here's your action steps. So the first thing is get your 30-day free trial started. If you haven't done that, if you're already in a free trial, start your subscription now, because what happens, Teresa, after your free trial is over is you just lose access to your account. It just shuts you off. Now, if you set up your subscription, you will not be billed until your free time is up, but then it'll bill you and you can continue to get your free trial, okay? If you lapse, in other words, let's say it closes you off and then you sign up later, all your data is still there. It's protected for you. We keep it for 6 months securely for you. So you can come back at any time. It's there right where you left off. You just lose access. So make sure you get your subscription set up. It's really inexpensive. It's less than $1 a day for this, and it's tax deductible as a business owner. Choose a next action step. Get a 30-day success partner to do your trial with you. Okay, you don't have to be committed to this success partner for life. That's why I said just do it for 30 days. Hey, will you do this with me? Let's hold each other accountable to doing this free trial and really getting the most out of it. What I recommend you do is when you share your goals with them, and then each day take a screenshot of your Teamzy dashboard when you're complete, when you got 100% complete, and message it to your partner. Okay, if you guys both do that to each other, you'll get so much out of this free trial. Okay, you'll be crushing it. All right, and then the last action step. Oh, look at that. That's an old picture of me. That's a good one, though, isn't it? You see the difference. The last action step is a 5-day challenge. I'm going to give you a 5-day challenge. That is, I want you to connect with 100 people in 5 days. 100 people in 5 days. Okay, that's 20 a day. It can be any combination of prospects, customers, and distributors. But I want you to feel what momentum you can create in just 5 days of doing this. Okay. So 30-day success partner, 5-day challenge, get your free trial and your subscription going. Okay, great. Teresa's answered, great. Courtney liked my answer, great. Glad it was helpful. All right, so I hope this was helpful for you tonight. I hope that this helped you get started. We're so happy and honored that you joined our Teamzy family. Welcome to the family. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.